For 7 months now, Alexander Cote and El Shafi El Sheikh have been held in Kurdish and American custody in northern Syria. The US government alleges that the men waterboarded, crucified and executed prisoners as part of a jihadist cell dubbed the Beatles by their prisoners. What did you do in IS?
As for specific details as to what I was doing whilst living in IS controlled territories, question I prefer to decline to answer at this present stage for legal reasons.
Do you still deny that you were a member of the group known as the Beatles, which carried out executions and beheadings?
Yeah, of course.
El Shafi?
Same question. Yeah.
The gang is blamed for the brutal killings of Britain's Alan Henning and David Haines and the murders of Americans James Foley, Abdul Rahman Peter Kassig and Stephen Sotloff. Kayla Mueller was also taken captive. None of the bodies of the dead have been found. Did you ever meet Kayla Mueller?
Who?
Kayla Mueller.
Remind me.
She was an American NGO worker.
Didn't meet any foreign non-Muslims.
The gruesome videos from the group set a new grim low. Defenceless journalists and aid workers were beheaded in front of the camera. The chief executioner was Mohammed Emwazi, dubbed Jihadi John. But he was only the ringmaster, one of a group of 4 who imprisoned, tortured and executed as many as 27 prisoners. Emwazi was killed by a US drone strike. Did the 2 men know the Islamic State's most notorious executioner, and did they spend time with him, I asked?
Yeah, he's a friend of mine.
Jihadi John?
He was nicknamed that, yeah.
The Emwazi, the Jihadi John that the rest of the world knows, is an executioner, somebody who's been called a psychopath,
Yeah.
somebody who'll be remembered for his cruelty and his brutality.
That's their way to choose to remember him. I chose to remember him differently.
So you wouldn't condemn his torture and his beheadings of the likes of James Foley and
I took a position.
Haines and Alan Henning.
I took a position of not speaking of him at all, in a negative way.
So you've no remorse, there's no shame, it wasn't you.
I have many regrets, not just being here, previous to coming here. I have my regrets, not about coming to Syria.
I told them that Britain wants to send them to the United States where they could face the death penalty.
What makes the British government want a British citizen to be tried in America?
But they've stripped you of your citizenship.
That hasn't been confirmed.
For now, the fate of Alexander Cote and El Shafi El Sheikh remains uncertain. The government's plan that they face trial in the United States is under judicial review. Former hostages tell us that they want them to face Western justice. In the meantime, the 2 men have been returned to solitary confinement. They're being held under heavy guard at an undisclosed location in northern Syria.